way.
Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. You are tuned into my weekly talk radio show that won the 2016 Podcast of the Year Top 10 in Health Award. Just saying. The show is called Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa. Every Tuesday at naturally high noon here in the Sunset Gower Studios in Hollywood, California with UBN Radio TV, Universal Broadcasting Network, and then every Thursday at 7, Saturday at 6 on my syndicated CNBC, NBC News Radio channel, KCAA AM 1050, FM 102.3, FM 106.5, and everywhere on iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spotify, splattering hope and happiness all over you, because that's what this show's about. So there's no gossip, no scandal, no K words, no Kardashian talk at all, because I want you to focus on your own reality show and how you can be happy 88% of the time. And if you missed any of my interviews with my fabulous guests, like Marianne Williamson to Marianne from Gilligan's Island, Dawn Wells, Potsy from Happy Days, Anson Williams, or my red carpet interviews with John Travolta, Halle Berry, Quincy Jones, please go and free subscribe on my YouTube channel. And first, a peace in, peace out to my beautiful daughters for their amazing Mother's Day, one of my favorite days of the year. And also to my mom, too. She got the photo blanket in Toronto just in time, thanks to Canvas on sale. So a shout out to them. And continuing my excellent customer service peace in, peace out to Penske's Jaguar, Steve Ham, Adrian Gomez, and Kyle Mendoza, and Alan and Monza Cars, and Mike with the V&M Locksmith. Yes, I did lock my keys in the trunk of my new little Jaguar. And I've figured out that the valet key is a valet key for a reason. Can't get in the trunk. So thanks to Mike Holden, who was my good Samaritan. He took me home to get the extra keys. So I am so grateful for all the people. And as usual, the reason why I do this is because I want to balance out. You hear enough bad news and everything that's wrong with everybody that I want to balance the good news and what's right with people and excellent customer service on the air at the beginning. So today, what is today? Today is a call-in series special, and it is because I get to give callers a little alignment and balance out their life tires and smog check their stinking thinking. And so I am getting ready for my first caller to come on, and we're going to do a little work with their life tires and smog check any stinking thinking that may be happening. So, and I just found out she's actually having some car trouble in the toe, so we'll give her a second, and here she is. Welcome to the show, Lisa.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for calling in, and what we're going to do is connect through breath. So wherever you are, feet on the ground, palms up, eyes gently closed, taking a deep breath in through your nose and releasing, soft shoulders, soft elbows, soft knees, and another deep breath in. And releasing all the stories and the drama, especially of the towing right now. And one more deep breath in. Connecting with me through Chi Eternal Energy. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And on a scale of 1 to 10, Lisa, from Long Beach, what would you say your rating is of your relationships in your life on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being fabulous, 1 being not so fabulous.
I would say about an 8.5.
Oh, good. And then same scale for your health and well-being.
9.
Oh,
9.5.
okay.
Yeah.
And this one better be low, or there's no reason you should be calling. The last one is job and career. So what number is there? That's the one?
Probably about a 5.
There we
yeah.
go. Woo! I almost thought we weren't going to have anything to talk about. But what do you think would take? What would it take to move that 5 up? Tell me what in particular.
Oh gosh. Being in something that I am passionate about and makes me more money. So the combination of the two.
Got it. Got it. So this is a very common question. Most of my clients come to me in midlife crisis or midlife opportunity, as I like to call it, where they're in jobs that actually make good money, but they hate their job and don't like what they do. And the things that they love to do don't seem to bring in the money energy that they want.
Right.
Right? Okay. So,
Right.
so here's the first thing to do, and you may not like it. But every single day before you walk into your job, I want you to specifically get on a high-flying disc and be grateful for different aspects of the job that you are doing. Okay? So it's kind of counterintuitive because you don't like your job or you hate your job, but you can't move from something you hate into something you love. It's too big of a jump. So if we can get your energy of positivity about where you currently are, it's a less of a jump into something that you do like that will give you that money energy. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So
And I do like my job.
okay, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
I just want to make more money.
Got it. Got it. And then the second tool is to spend a half an hour a day, what I call Google playing. So Google playing is a chance for us to get inspired with more than what we can think with our own mind. So we think we know, and when we know, we want, and when we want, we get frustrated when we don't have. Does that make sense? So,
Yeah.
so this is, I know I want to do this. I know I want to have this. I know I want to be blah, 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 whatever that is. And when it doesn't happen, the frustration takes over and puts a film over any possible good that can come in. Okay? So
Right.
so that energy does not allow for limitless possibilities. When you set aside the way it's supposed to look and say every morning, here's another thing, a part of your blissament. So when you wake up in the morning, you start with gratitude, right?
Yeah.
So, and you
Yeah.
are specifically grateful about the things at your current job and your current situation and current where you are. You know, I have a fabulous bed and wonderful comforters, and I have birds outside my window that sing for no reason at all. I love the taste of my morning coffee. I love that I have, friends that I'm going to see later on today. I know that I get to do 2 shows. I know I'm going to be playing pinochle with my 90-year-old partner. I'm just giving you mine, okay? And those are my gratitudes that I start with first thing in the morning. Then after I meditate and I just allow my mind to clear, is when I say, and I set the intention, I want to have prosperity, fun, bliss, wonder, joy in my life. And I pick one. So every day you get to pick one. And I actually have an alarm in my phone that at 9 a.m. it goes off, and every day it has something different. So it says, I can't wait to see how, and for you it will be prosperity, how more prosperity is going to come into my life. It may not even be changing your job. Who knows? probably will be, but who knows what ways that you can have more prosperity in your life. It could be a lotto ticket, could not be a lotto ticket. You just never know. I've heard so many stories, and myself included, where when I let go of what it's supposed to look like exactly, that things just blow wide open. And it's unbelievable the things that come into play. The show is one of them. No idea that this would ever be something that I love to do, or was going to be good at, or was going to be so fruitful, and a source of prosperity. So that's my first thing is you gratitude, you meditate, and meditate is just clearing your mind and breathing, and then setting the intention. So your intention is going to be prosperity. And now this is the hardest part for the rest of the day. You ready?
Yep.
You cannot focus on where it is not showing up, and you cannot take score of if it's showing up or not. That's the hardest thing, because when you know you want something, it means you don't have it. Does that make sense? So you got to let that go and just know that it's going to show up. It is going to show up because we live in a friendly universe. Now, that's a core BS belief system that is required for you to play this game. So Einstein says the most important question that a human being has to answer is the universe friendly or not? Lisa? If you believe, okay, but I mean, you really have to believe it. And here's the core. If you don't believe that it is, and I would say the majority of the people on the planet right now do not believe in a friendly universe. And no thanks to media, weapons of mass distraction, it's just a constant show of how it is not a universe, a friendly universe. Bombs, war, rape, killing, gunmen in hospitals, right? So you have to choose and say, in spite of what it looks like, I know there are more good things happening than negative things happen. Okay? So when you choose to believe in a friendly universe, it means that in spite of what it looks like, you know that it's always this or better. It's always this or better. And if something doesn't happen that you really want to, it's because it wasn't the best thing. Now, how do I know that this is true? How do you know that I'm just not trying to make you drink the Kool-Aid? Because think about it. When do you feel better? Do you feel better when you think the world is going to hell in a handbasket? Or do you feel better when you trust that it's all going to work out?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So that's all you have to do. But it isn't easy. It's simple, but it is not easy. So for the rest of your waking hours, anytime that little voice in your head says, well, here I am again, making X amount of dollars, and not only that, I had a stupid customer today, and can't they read the stuff on the shelves, and what, why aren't I, I really don't want to go, and now look at this happen and that happened. This is the time for the blissipline to say, and you can vent first, don't like it. I keep it to 16 seconds because I believe in the law of attraction, that whatever I hold for more than 16 seconds multiplies. So I give myself 16 seconds. So I've got this one down. I actually do polishing the table. It's a form in the balanced Tai Qigong that I teach that I think you know about. So when someone pisses me off, I say, take a breath. Everybody does the best that they can. If they could do better, they would, but they can't. And so I'm just going to not wait for the day that they can, but take care of my own table and not let it get dirty. And that is actually less than 16 seconds. And it allows me to release that person, release that anxiety, release that irritation. And you can do that too. And I promise if you do this for 30 days, you will see something different happen. Promise. So, and then the last thing you do is when you are fed and you've done your walk and you've done your yoga, whatever it is, you sit on the computer. You do not go to the TV. You do not watch Netflix. You do not watch anything that numbs you, which I am sure you don't do anyways, but just take that half an hour, actually it's 28 minutes, because 8's a lucky number in Chinese, and go to the computer and just sit and take a breath and go, I wonder what I can be amused by today. And just put whatever keywords that go in that make you want to smile. So whatever it is, income producing hobbies, or free business classes, or free marketing classes, or free meetup group for small business owners, or anything that is free and that is available. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of free stuff going on. And it's a wonderful place to expand your belief system, your BS, that there's nothing good going on, because there's so much going on. And then turn all of that positivity into your own life and shine it on you. The other practice for people who are in customer service is to bless every person with the same thing that you want to have happen for you. So every single person that you cross paths with when you are working at the job that you're not thrilled about, you bless the people with more prosperity. And that will make your life more prosperous, even in the energetic that comes about by doing that. Because it's a habit. If you think of our normal habit, it's, ooh, she's wearing that. She left the house looking like that. I'm sure you don't do that. I do that. So that's my normal reaction sometimes. Or,
Right.
Has she looked in the mirror? No, I'm not proud of that, but I have now, I rarely do it, because I've replaced that habit with compliments. I've replaced that habit with blessing. I've replaced that habit with wanting something for that person more than I do. Not perfectly, but 88% of the time. Now I'm trying to do it on the freeway.
I've been practicing that.
Oh, have you? Awesome. And have you felt better?
Definitely.
There you go.
I definitely find myself judging people, but I've switched that up to breathing in whatever I'm judging them about and just breathing out peace and love.
That's great. That's great. And I know that, everything's there for you. The universe is conspiring for you. Whatever situation you're in now is chiseling you into an even more gorgeous sculpture being than you already are. And I know that is going to help. Now, what would you say? We have a little more time, so let's actually go into application. What is something that you love to do, that is part of your passion, that you just don't make enough money at?
Well, definitely my yoga and Reiki practice, my healing practices.
Right. Okay.
So I do all that stuff like on the side. It's just little kind of side income.
Right.
So.
And it doesn't generate as much money energy as your other job. Is that what I'm hearing?
Correct.
Okay. So the good news is so again, in that vein of gratitude, you can do more than one thing. Isn't that awesome? And you have skills in those areas. Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
Okay. So my guess, and this is, again, common with all of my clients, it is not enough to do something that you're good at to make the money energy. And nobody tells you that. I have a lot of clients that come to me that hate their job, quit, and then are working on their passion that's not making anything. And so my first recommendation always is don't quit your job. Stay in the job, be grateful for the job, and then learn how to change what you're doing and see it as a business. So have you had all of the people who really enjoy what you do write down a little testimonial or videotape what they do? It's called social proof. for what you do good at. Have you done that yet?
No.
Yeah.
Something I've thought about, though.
Yes. Well, that's your next step, because to do it is only half of it. To communicate and show what you can do is the other half. So here's the great thing is, we have a thing called social media. You don't even need a website anymore. You have a page, and you can do all of those things. You can create a group with people who have been. And this is the hard part, too, is people who are doing separate businesses or second businesses, they hate selling. They hate marketing. They hate selling. They hate branding. And so, again, we're going to start with that principle of stop hating and be grateful that you can actually, selling is not selling. You're not selling something that people don't want. Selling is simply communicating something that you love to do. Did you hear that switch?
Mm-hmm.
That's all selling is. So, do you love what you do?
Yes.
So, do you want more people to know what you do?
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's all it is. And so things like, going on Google Play and saying volunteer teaching positions at an old folks home, or I shouldn't say old folks home, at a retirement center or a community center. That's a great way of doing things for free and then gaining clients. It's even writing a blog about the benefits of what you do. So there's so many things, and again, it's not things that you have to do. It's things that you want to do that are a part of moving into that business on your own. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. So you've got things that you get to do, and I hear a beautiful voice in the background. You have a son.
I have 3. One with me right now, though.
Okay. So that is another switch. So moms who have responsibilities, they spend 5% of the time loving what they do, playing with the child, and then resenting some of the responsibility. I'm not saying that's you. so yes. So again, can we switch the BS and the stinking thinking that's going on? Can we smog check that so that we can switch it to see what is the most fun? Can we make even the responsibility fun most of the time? And then it's not an energy drain, it's an energy plus. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So have I given you enough tools to practice for at least another 30 days?
Oh, definitely.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for calling in. Thank you so much for being an open receptacle for my advice that I don't always use. That was caller 1. We're going to say goodbye to her. We're going to go for a quick break to thank the sponsors who make this show possible. We'll be back in 2 and 2. It's all about balance. Peace in and peace out. Do you feel blocked? Do you want to be more in the flow in every area of your life? Then try Colonics with LaDonna at Universal Flow. Colonics will help you with clear skin, clear thinking, bloating, and cravings. It's an ancient and new thought practice that allows one to reconnect with their true self. Go to www.universalflowinc.com and schedule your first step to a new you today. Are you lonely, heartbroken, hopeless? Are you taking anti-anxiety or antidepressants and still anxious and depressed and now have side effects on top of it? Then 8 Ways to Happiness from Wherever You Are was written just for you. Dr. Marissa's newest book, a cross between I'm okay, you're okay, and you're still okay, and Don't Sweat the Small Stuff and the Big Stuff, will get you to happiness 88% of the time. And you will never hate yourself the same way again. Pre-order at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Books A Million. And welcome back. You are tuned in to my weekly talk radio show called Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa every Tuesday at naturally high noon here out of the Sunset Gower Studios in Hollywood, California with UBN Radio, TV, Universal Broadcasting Network, and then every Thursday at 7, Saturday at 6 on my syndicated CNBC, NBC News Radio channel, KCAA AM 1050, FM 102.3, and FM 106.5, and everywhere on iHeartRadio. And today is Callers Day, where I get to smog check some stinking thinking and help balance and align life towers. And we just heard from Lisa in Long Beach, and now we have, welcome to the show, Camellia from Long Beach as well. Welcome. Oh, she's not there? Oh, she's coming on in a second. So if you would like to be a caller, I am known as Dr. Marissa, the kinder, gentler Dr. Laura, because I don't make you wait on hold and I schedule you beforehand. So if you'd like to be a caller and have any questions about any aspect of life, relationships, your job and career, your health and welfare, then what you do is you email me, and the easiest way to do that is to go to drmarissa.tv and fill out the contact form and put in caller, and that way you will be on the air with me. And welcome to the show, Camellia.
Hi, Dr. Marissa.
There we go.
Hello?
Did you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Welcome to the show. And the first thing I'm going to do is connect with you through breath. So wherever you're sitting, could you put your feet on the ground, your palms up in your lap, eyes gently closed, and taking a deep breath in through the nose and release through the mouth. Soft shoulders, soft elbows, soft knees. Another deep breath in. And releasing all the stories and the drama. One more deep breath in. Connecting with me through chi, eternal energy. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd like you to rate yourself right now. 10 being fabulous, 1 being not so fabulous, in the area of health and well-being. How would you rate yourself in that category?
I would say 8.
Fabulous. And then in the area of job and career?
I would say 7.
7, good. And then last but not least, relationships on a scale of 1 to 10.
I would say 6.
6. So we're going to go with that one because it's the lowest one. So what relationship is the one that's pulling the rest of them down?
Okay, well, I think I've heard from other people, like the most important relationship is a relationship with your mother. And it's funny that I'm calling after Mother's Day about this problem. But I'm like, yeah. Probably asked this before.
Yes. Yes.
But,
well, if it's not one thing, it's your mother. And there's only 2 times in your life that you don't have mother issues, and that's 1 when you're born and 2 when you die. So the good news is you're not alone. Almost everybody has mother issues. And the bad news is almost everybody has mother issues. Okay. So so give me a little bit of background on why she drives you batty.
Well, okay, it's just, I know like the definition of insanity. It's like repeating the same thing, expecting different results.
Yep.
And I feel like that's my relationship with my mother.
Okay.
And it's just like I've been like playing the tape in my head. I've heard from other people to like divorce your mom, and,
right?
Sometimes you have to divorce your parents or whatever.
Right.
And it's like I come from a small family, so it's just like, to me, it's just like I wouldn't, it's like my mom lost a child too. Like my mom lost my other siblings, so it's like I think of that. It's like if I cut her off, how could I do that to my mother?
Right.
And the part of me thinks of my own like mental sanity too. It's just like, oh my God, it's like mind, body, spirit. Like it all is connected. If my, if that's not my, like, my well-being is not good.
Right.
My other relationships aren't good. So it's just,
Yep.
I don't know. That's where my question is. What should I do, like, with that relationship? Should I work on it still, or should I just, What do you suggest?
All right. So here we go.
Okay, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, moose is on the table.
Yeah.
That's my Canadian version of elephant in the room. So let's put your mother on the table. And I want you to see if you can do this. It's not easy, but there's a lot of BS that goes on with moms. There's a lot of belief systems that keep us in this, the insanity. All right. And the first belief system is moms are supposed to be kind, nurturing, unconditional love. They're supposed to be healthy, normal, nurturing, and perfect. So that's the first BS that I would like to just exercise out of your thinking. So I love Edwene Gaines. She says, the mother's only job is to pop you out. If she can do more than that, it's gravy. So the first thing is to let go of your expectations that your mother should be something more than a popper outer. So did she pop you out, yes or no?
Yes.
And you came out pretty whole, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So if we can change the expectation, now obviously we're going to move from there, but I'm doing this as an extreme for you so that you can have some semblance of acceptance in your expectations, because it's your expectations that are leading you to hell and insanity, because you keep going to the tractor for milk. You think that she should be acting and doing and being and interacting and communicating with you and loving you in a way that she cannot do. If she could have done it, she would have done it already. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. So take a breath. So every time there's an interaction, I want you, before you have that interaction, to bless her where she is. Now, here's another tool that I use is it's in the genes. So my mom was not the easiest one to work with, okay? And when the book comes out, you'll see exactly how difficult she was, all right? But I'll tell you something. I spent so many decades hating her for who she was without widening my scope of the fact that she grew up damaged as well. So my guess is her past and her ancestry did not help produce all of the skills and abilities as a mom that you think should have happened or that you had hoped happened. Yes or no?
When I read this book, like How to Heal Your Life by Sylvia Brown, I have that in the back of my head. I try not to, like, I try to think of her life and, like, how hard it was, for her. Like,
yes.
Up and
yes.
then my grandmother who, like, raised her, this was passed, or not passed on, but it's just, like, they both had, like, really rough
yes.
childhoods, I
yes.
guess.
So can you cut her a little more slack? Yes. It's not even compassion. Just cut her a break. Just cut her a break.
I guess I compare her to, like, other moms.
And there you go.
The other relationships.
And there you go.
Maybe that's.
Yeah. So you know what?
I don't know.
I'm going to give you other ones to compare to. How about the moms that tie up their children? And how about ones that put them in the closet? And how about ones who rape them? And how about ones who throw them and kill them? And so let's balance it out. Here's the tool, ICBW. It could be worse. Your mother could be worse than she is.
Why is it so hard for me to forgive then? Like, what's wrong with me?
There's nothing wrong with you.
I can forgive other people. Just like I think, like, this is my, like, worst enemy.
Yeah.
My mother.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
like my enemy.
Well, it's a habit. It's just a habit. Camellia, it's just a habit because it keeps you in that angst. It's much easier to have an excuse for where you are than to not have an excuse. But you're way more beautiful and loving, lovable, and loved, and wrapped in a warm blanket of worthiness, and you have so much ahead of you to have that habit. So you can just break the habit. You break the habit by stop doing the things that you're doing. So instead of getting triggered or upset, and it doesn't have to be an all or nothing. You don't have to divorce your mother. But you also don't have to sit on the phone cringing, waiting for her to say something stupid that she usually does.
Oh, I had block. I had the block button.
But you don't have to have to block it. Repeat after me. Hey, Mom. Repeat after me.
Hey, Mom.
Okay. I don't have time right now to talk, but I just wanted to say hi, and I love you.
I don't have time right now to talk, but I just have time to say hi and I love you.
Yep. And then you hang up the phone.
Okay, that's like a healthy boundary I'm setting right there, just to...
We don't have to go into the psychobabble. We can just, this is about you making choices that feel the best. Because I'm telling you, if you chose to divorce her, you might feel good for a day, and then you'd feel so guilty and so worried and so anxious, it would backfire. So we don't want to do that, right? Especially since she lost a sibling. And you don't have to get into her shoes. You don't have to take on all that. You can just say, sweetheart, you are young, right? How old are you? How young are you?
32 going on 90.
Okay.
Like that, yeah.
Okay. And how many years were you raised by your mother?
I didn't grow up with her. I grew up with my grandmother. I lived with her probably for like 5 years.
Okay. So you're going to take 5 years of your life. You're going to take 5 years of your life and your relationship with her to cloud and diminish and potentially ruin every single relationship for the rest of your life?
No. No.
Good answer. So I'm going to dig at one of your other BSs that you started with, your belief system that your primary relationship is with your mother and it has to be good in order for you to have good relationships. That's bullshitaki. You can have good relationships as long as your relationship with yourself is good first. And then from that relationship, you can be inspired on how to have a better relationship with your mother and everyone else. You are not broken because you did not have a good relationship with your mother growing up. I'm sorry. I'm not going to let you waste the next 2 times 30. You're a third of the way through your life, darling. You are not going to let 5 years dictate the next 60. Not going to have it. Not going to let you do it. Not possible. Not going to. Got it?
Got it.
That was a lecture, by the way.
That new belief system that you said, though, too. Though.
Thank you. I mean, really, really,
that.
she did the best that she could. If she could have done better, she would have, but she can't. And I've got to let that go. And today, put your hand up in the air. You're going to swear. Put your hand up in the air. Is it okay? Is it up in the air?
It's up.
I, Camellia. I, Camellia, swear from this day forward.
Swear from this day forward.
May 15th, 2018.
May 15th, 2018.
I'm going to let go of the expectation that I have to have a mother different than who I have.
Have to have a mother different
than who I have. That she did the best that she could.
That she did the best that she could.
That she could have done a lot worse.
She could have done a lot worse.
And my feeling good about who I am is not dependent on my relationship with her.
And my feeling good of who I am is not dependent on my relationship with her.
And so help me.
And so help me.
Friendly universe. Okay? So,
What? I'm sorry, by the universe?
no, friendly universe. I didn't say
Friendly
so help me
universe,
God. Yeah,
please.
because some people have a problem with the G word. So I just said friendly universe. It's my FU.
Friendly universe.
I actually call him my UPS man, my universal power source. He delivers every morning when I pray and meditate. But you can have you can have my UPS man. He'll deliver for you too. He's limitless. So take a breath. You got it. I can tell you got it, but now it's going to take practice because you have such a bad habit and a long-standing habit for 32 years. It's going to take at least 20% of that time of you actively doing contrary thinking, contrary acting, inspired thinking, inspired loving to turn the corner. You've turned the corner. Now we got to keep going. So here are the things that you do. Okay. You set a schedule. Okay. And you know, how often would she like to see you?
I don't know. I'd
Okay.
probably like to see her once a week.
Okay. Yeah. So all you have to do is once a week. And that once a week, you can make as long as short. And so if she starts saying or being selfish or narcissistic and it drives you crazy, you can choose to leave. Or even better, you can shake your head inside. Don't shake your head at her or roll your eyeballs, but you can roll your internal eyeballs and laugh and say, she's being mom. She'd be a great actress. God bless her. I bless her. Isn't it great that I don't have to see her every day? You know? And isn't it great that I have learned what not to be from my mother. I'm a lot better mother than my mother was with my kids because I've learned the other way. And I'm grateful. Do you know?
Right.
It's amazing what happens because I got the same advice based on what my mother did to me. I was told, exercise her out of your life. Don't ever talk to her. Maybe she's going to damage your kids, your grandchildren. And it didn't feel right. And I didn't. And I stuck in there, but I also didn't stay on the phone when she was telling me that I look fat, ugly, and clumsy, that she still continues to do this day. And or to watch what I eat, and you're going to be 200 pounds again. All the things that she did out of the love of her heart that she thinks is good for me. What I would do is say, as soon as she would go, now that makes you look fat. As soon as she said something like that, I would say, thanks, Mom. You know what? I've got someone calling in. Gotta go. Talk to you later. Love you. Bye. I did that about 18 times before she started getting the hint. But she's 83. Okay. She can't change her habits. She still does it now to me. But it doesn't, I'm not going to lose my joy, my bliss, my wonder that I have going in my life to wish her anything but a blessing. She does the best that she can.
Right.
Right?
So does my mom too. Like
she
does.
She does. Oh, I'm so glad you just said that. You just said that. Yeah. You just said that. It doesn't have to be that hard. She does. So you're not going to like this at all. But I want you to, after the phone call, I want you to sit down and I just want you to write 8 things that you love about your mom and what she's done for you in your life. You don't have to give it to her, but I want you to have that slip of paper so that you can use it to help break your habit. So as soon as that critic starts up in your head or the brat starts up in your head and, why can't you be like so-and-so? And why can't you do that? And why is she like that? And you just take the breath and you take out the slip of paper and you read it and you thank your UPS man and you thank God and you thank the universe and you thank that you do have a mom who did the best that she could, and look at all those things that you did. Yes?
Yes.
Awesome.
I will do.
Yay!
Thank you so much. Yeah,
Are you glad that you called now?
I am. I was kind of nervous, but I'm glad I did.
I am
Thank you so
too.
much.
Thank you, Camellia.
Love you. Thank you.
Love you too. All right, and that is the second caller on my. I love doing call-in show. I never know what's going to happen, and I love when we get that connection. All right, and it's time at the end of the show to welcome you to my balance bar, when I invite you to have more balance and join me in the things that I'm doing. So first of all, it is Balance Tip Day 15, round 83 of the 21-day fast from complaining with Dr. Marissa. And it's also a balance tool that I'm known for. I get written up about it in newspapers and magazines, and it's a concept that is in my book, 8 Ways to Happiness from Wherever You Are, coming out to bookstores near you on August the 7th. And I'm grateful for that. I'm so excited. I got invited to go to the book expo. I'll be there on a press badge to New York at the end of this month. And the excitement of being a first-time solo author. This time I do have another book that I was a co-author on, but this one is very exciting. And I wanted to share from now until it is released a balance tool, and this is in chapter 4, Out of Heartbreak into Love, and it's talking about having a guy day, and this is for all the women out there who complain about themselves. Much complaining stems from our critic in our heads that incessantly chants the woulda, coulda, shouldas, especially loud in women who think they are less attractive, less smart, and more fat than they actually are. Men, on the other hand, this is not male bashing. This is an actual statistical difference. Most men, they seem to think they are better looking, more buff, and have more hair than they actually do. So today, have a guy day and don't complain. So if you haven't joined the fast, you still can. forbalance.org. It's free. And then you can get the app from the app stores, 21-day fast, or just put in Dr. Marissa, and then you can keep score on how many times you're complaining. And the less complaining you do, I promise you will feel better. And it actually, I just got a message from a listener who did it with their insignificant other, their partner, and it's helping the relationship. So never too late to have a good habit like not complaining. Next month, I got invited to cover the red carpet at the Share Inc. 65 Years of Philanthropy at the annual Boomtown Gala. And I get to interview the Righteous Brothers. You remember them? You've lost that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling. Anyways, and Martha and the Vandellas, Dancing in the Streets. I'm not going to try that one. So one afternoon in 1953, 7 women, some wives of the infamous Rat Pack, met for lunch with a mission to passionately improve the lives of children and adults with special needs. Fast forward 65 years, Cher has now raised an impressive $65 million for multiple charities with a night out to remember. This year they're honoring Laureen Arbus. So for tickets, go to share4children.org and meet me there on May 20th. That's on Sunday. And are you ready to take charge of your own happiness? Are you tired of waiting for situations, economy, your relationships to change in order for you to be happy? Well, I am open for life balance coaching. As the author of 8 Ways to Happiness from Wherever You Are, I have a process that will help you make the most out of the days you have left. I have about 11,888 days left on this planet, and I'm not letting one go to waste without helping someone and share more hope and happiness splattering it all over you. And yes, Thursday I am teaching because I am in town, and Saturday as well. Go to my meetup. Just put in Dr. Marissa. I'm teaching balance, Tai Chi Gong, promoting inner peace, one breath at a time, also known as Chinese yoga. And next week, I am so delighted I will finally have on my show someone who has touched so many lives, who is an incredible beneficial presence on the planet. That's Frank Shankwitz. He is the founder of Make-A-Wish Foundation. So he will be here next week with us on my weekly talk radio show called Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa Pei. That's P for positive, EI. Remember, it's all about balance. Peace in and peace out.
Every day is a great day at KCAA Radio. May 14th is National